Imagine a cutting-edge electric car costing less than a top-of-the-line cell phone. It may seem like an exaggeration, but that's exactly the kind of surprise that Elon Musk promises for the future with the long-awaited Tesla Model 2. In an announcement that took many people by surprise, Musk stated that the car should cost less than a $10,579, something unheard of in the world of premium battery-powered vehicles. And this is not a distant concept or an idle idea. According to official information, production will begin in June 2025, and the first deliveries are scheduled for early 2026. For those who follow the automotive sector, this will be a game-changer of the kind that will go down in history. This eye-catching price tag is not just a marketing ploy. The proposal is bold, but Elon Musk usually delivers on his promises, even if with some delays. The plan will be to initially focus on three strategic markets: the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia. These are countries where demand for entry-level electric cars is exploding, and where the name Tesla already has a consolidated reputation. Still, a lot will need to happen for this aggressive price tag to become a reality. The infrastructure, the materials, the mass production, all of this will be orchestrated with precision to make a car under $10,000 viable. The most curious thing is that even with so many doubts in the air, the announcement will already provoke strong reactions in the market. After all, a Tesla at this price will be able to reach an audience that until now only saw these cars from afar, as something from another world. The Model 2 will be designed precisely for the masses, people who dream of an electric car, but who would never imagine having access to a Tesla model. And this, in itself, will put immense pressure on all the other automakers trying to compete with Elon Musk's brand. Many experts will say that it will be impossible to deliver a car with Tesla technology for this price, but the truth is that this same phrase was said when the first Model 3 was announced. The difference now will be the company's level of maturity, which will have learned from its successes and mistakes over the last decade. The secret may lie in surgical choices about where to save money, how to simplify processes, and reduce components without sacrificing the essential. It will be like an engineering exercise with a scalpel in hand. Each cut will be calculated to the millimeter. It won't just be the price that will attract attention. The idea of a Tesla under $11,000 will come with a new discourse, that of democratizing electric mobility on a global scale. This will resonate especially strongly among young people, low-income families, and even ride-hailing drivers looking for an economical and reliable car. Tesla, more than ever, will cease to be an aspirational brand and will become part of the daily lives of millions of people. Even though production has yet to begin, the speculation surrounding the Model 2 will already have a practical effect. It will put Tesla back in the spotlight, taking the breath away from its competitors. Traditional brands like Toyota and Volkswagen will be forced to rethink their strategies. The question that will be on the CEOs' minds will be straightforward. How can we compete with a Tesla that costs less than $11,000? While many people are still digesting the idea of an affordable Tesla, a second detail will start to attract attention: the compact size of the Model 2. According to the first data revealed, the car will be around 3.9 meters long, which will make it approximately half a meter smaller than the already known Model 3. This may seem like just a question of proportion, but it will be much more than that. This size will be precisely designed to meet the needs of big cities, where every centimeter counts when trying to park or make a tight turn. Imagine trying to park on a narrow London street, or squeezing between two vans in a Tokyo alleyway. The Model 2 is designed for these everyday situations that leave drivers sweating. The idea is to combine the latest technology with a streamlined, functional design that works in both residential neighborhoods and crowded city centers. And it won't just be about mobility, it's about practicality. The compact Tesla will be able to fit into places that other cars simply can't. But don't think that just because it's smaller, the car won't have any presence. Quite the opposite. The Model 2's design will follow a bold visual line with features inherited from the Cybertruck and Tesla's current lineup. The T-shaped headlights promise to become a striking visual signature, creating a futuristic look that will draw attention even when the car is stationary. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that it could look like a mini space vehicle gliding through the streets. And here comes one of the most curious parts: the so-called plasma shield. This name, which seems to come from a science fiction movie, will actually be a special coating that Tesla will develop exclusively for the Model 2. The idea is to create protection that is resistant to scratches, light impacts, and natural wear and tear. This could significantly reduce maintenance costs, especially for those who usually drive in urban areas with a lot of traffic and little room for error. The choice of materials, in fact, will be part of the strategy to make the car cheaper without compromising durability. The chassis will use high-strength steel, and the structure will be assembled with the minimum possible number of parts, thanks to the Giga casting technique, which is nothing more than printing large parts of the car at once. This technique will be inherited from larger models, such as the Model Y, but applied in an even more refined and economical way in the Model 2. Another stroke of genius will be in aerodynamics. According to preliminary data, the new Tesla could have 19% greater aerodynamic efficiency than the Model 3. In short, this will mean less wind resistance, more battery life, and a smoother drive. All this without changing the aesthetics. The car will still be beautiful and, in a way, even sporty. Because, let's face it, no one wants to drive an electric car that looks like a shoebox. The exterior will already attract attention, but it's on the inside that the Model 2 should really surprise. Despite the low price, Elon Musk promises to maintain Tesla's standard of sophistication, but in a smarter and more functional way. The interior will be a show in itself, with a total focus on accessibility and practicality. And the most interesting thing is that this proposal will not only be aesthetic, but functional down to the last detail. When opening the door, what the driver will see is not a panel full of buttons, but a clean, modern, and straight-to-the-point environment. The highlight will be the 13-inch central screen, slightly smaller than the Model 3's, but with a feature that will make a big difference: the so-called senior mode. This feature will automatically enlarge the most important elements of the interface, such as maps, calls, and vehicle controls, to make life easier for older drivers or those with visual impairments. The interface will also be simplified to display only the essentials: driving, navigating, calling, and returning home. The idea is to avoid distractions and make everything more intuitive, even for those who have never owned an electric car before. Another touch of genius will be the smart seat with posture adjustment technology. This will not be a luxury car gimmick, but rather the result of research carried out in partnership with the Stanford Robotics Laboratory. The seat will be able to automatically adjust to the height and curvature of the driver's spine, without the need for dozens of buttons. With this, Tesla will simply solve an old problem: discomfort on long trips. And all this at a reduced cost, without losing the premium touch that the public expects. The Model 2 will also be designed with special attention to health. The doors will use glass with 97% UV protection, helping to block the sun's harmful rays, which will be great not only for thermal comfort, but also for your skin. And in terms of air quality, the car will feature a system called Clean Air 360, a combination of UVC light, vapor, and PM2.5 fine dust filter that will be able to eliminate up to 99% of bacteria, viruses, and pollutant particles from the air. For those with small children, respiratory problems, or simply wanting a clean and safe environment, this will make a huge difference. Additionally, the dashboard will not have the usual array of dials and buttons. Tesla plans to replace everything with a single screen, eliminating the cost of multiple displays and saving between $500 and $800 per vehicle. One interesting detail will be built-in wireless charging. No more cables scattered around the car. Just leave your phone in the right place, and it will start charging automatically. This may seem small, but in everyday life, it's one of those things that make a difference. Another important point will be the choice of interior materials. Instead of animal leather or expensive materials, the Model 2 will offer sustainable fabric options that, in addition to being 30% cheaper, will be durable and comfortable. This will all be part of a strategy to balance cost and experience, delivering something that looks expensive but doesn't break the production budget. Sustainability will no longer be just talk and will become a functional part of the design. Now, if the looks are impressive and the interior is captivating, Tesla's real masterstroke will come under the hood, or rather, inside the battery pack. What's about to be revealed to the world is a technology that could leave even the most seasoned engineers speechless. We're talking about the future Gen A1 aluminum-ion batteries, secretly developed for the Model 2. Elon Musk has already hinted that this battery will represent such a leap forward that lithium-ion batteries will seem like something from the caveman era. Sounds like an exaggeration? Just wait until you see the numbers. First, the charging time. From 10% to 80% in just 9 minutes. That's right, less than 10 minutes to charge the car enough to continue your journey. It will be faster than charging an iPhone, and that alone shows how disruptive the Model 2 can be. In a world where time is precious, this feature will transform people's relationship with their cars. No more planning long breaks or searching for hidden fast chargers in shopping malls. It will be a matter of stopping, having a coffee, and leaving with almost everything charged. But what will surprise you most is its durability. The Gen A1 battery is expected to last more than 10,000 charge cycles, which could mean up to 1.5 million miles, or more than 4 million kilometers, without significant loss of performance. For the average driver, this will mean the car could last decades without needing to replace the battery. This kind of endurance will even pave the way for new business models, such as ride-sharing cars or autonomous taxis that run all day without stopping. And as if speed and durability weren't enough, cost will be another impressive factor. While a conventional lithium-ion battery costs around $137 per kilowatt, and Tesla's current 4680s have already managed to reduce that to $80, the new aluminum-ion battery will be targeting the $60 per kilowatt range, which will already be half the price of the most efficient competitors. This will explain how the Model 2 will be able to sell at such an aggressive price without sacrificing performance. Another big difference will be the sourcing and environmental impact. The aluminum-ion batteries will not require lithium or cobalt, two expensive materials that are difficult to extract and have serious social and environmental impacts. Instead, Tesla will use recycled aluminum, including soda cans and industrial machine parts, in a production line located in Giga, Texas. This will not only make the process cheaper, but also much more sustainable. And this kind of innovation is usually the kind of thing that people only notice when they look at the whole thing. And when it comes to safety, the Gen A1 should also put on a real show. One of the biggest concerns with electric cars has always been the risk of fire or explosion in the event of a collision. The new batteries will solve this with a type of non-flammable electrolyte, which completely eliminates the risk of thermal runaway, that cascading effect that can cause one cell to catch fire in another. If anyone still has doubts about the safety of electric cars, this technology could be the definitive answer. With a battery like that at the heart of the car, it wouldn't be surprising to see the Model 2 pushing the boundaries of what is considered a simple vehicle. And that's where Tesla's real trump card comes in: integration with the Starlink ecosystem. The car, which is already impressive on its own, will gain an extra layer of intelligence and connectivity, capable of making it functional practically anywhere on the planet. Instead of relying on traditional mobile networks, it will use SpaceX's global satellite network, allowing full autonomy even where there is no cell signal. This will open the door to an unprecedented level of autonomous driving. Powered by the Dojo 2. Zero chip. The Model 2 will be capable of achieving Level 4 autonomy, meaning that in certain regions, it will be able to drive itself completely without human intervention. The key to this will be AI training based on more than 54 million miles of driving data captured via Starlink, feeding the car's brain real-world scenarios from a variety of traffic situations around the world. It will learn not just from its own experiences, but from the experiences of the entire fleet. And anyone who thinks that this will only serve to make everyday life easier is mistaken. The real potential will lie in the concept of cars as a source of income. Tesla already has plans to turn the Model 2 into part of its fleet of robotaxis, fully autonomous vehicles that will be able to work while the owner is sleeping. That's right. While you rest, your car will be transporting passengers, generating income and returning home on its own. Estimates suggest that an owner could earn up to $5,000 per year just by allowing their car to join Tesla's mobility network. This proposal will completely change the relationship people have with their vehicles. From liabilities that depreciate over time, cars will become assets, investments that pay for themselves. And this, combined with the extremely affordable purchase price, will make the Model 2 an irresistible option for low-income families, small entrepreneurs, and even young people looking for extra income. It will be the beginning of a new automotive economy, where each Tesla will behave like a small business on wheels. But this revolution won't just happen in big cities. Thanks to Starlink connectivity, cars will be able to operate efficiently in remote areas, such as rural areas, small towns, and even hard-to-reach areas in developing countries. This will put Tesla ahead of all automakers that still rely on traditional infrastructure. Freedom of movement will literally become global. You can be in a village in the Australian outback or in the middle of the Nevada desert, and your car will still work normally. With all this technological infrastructure behind it, Tesla will leave nothing to chance. In order for the Model 2 to reach the ambitious milestone of 1 million units per year by 2027, the company will need to move its parts with almost surgical precision. And that is exactly what it will be doing behind the scenes. A global reconfiguration of its production capacity. Gigafactory Texas, Giga Mexico, and Giga Shanghai will undergo expansions and readjustments to handle the unprecedented volume of production. Scale engineering will be Tesla's next secret weapon. The highlight will be the creation of the new Giga Mini division in Mexico, dedicated exclusively to manufacturing the Model 2. It will be a modular, more compact, and highly automated structure, designed from the beginning to operate at a lower cost and maximum speed. And it will not only be about manufacturing faster, it will be about manufacturing better, with less waste, less transportation of parts, and more integration between sectors. Tesla could be creating the definitive model of the factory of the future, where everything will be connected as a single brain operating in real time. On the battery side, Tesla will expand its partnership with Panasonic, reinforcing production lines in the state of Nevada. Together, the companies will commit to tripling the production of the new Gen A2 cells, the direct evolution of the Gen A1, with improvements in energy density, thermal safety, and production efficiency. This will ensure that the fleet's growth does not depend on external suppliers or scarce materials. All will be done with an eye on industrial independence and resilience. And while estimated prices may vary globally, Tesla already has plans to adapt the Model 2's price to different realities. In markets like India, the vehicle could be offered for around $24,400 thanks to local incentives and regional production. This adaptation strategy will be essential to ensuring that the car is not only a success in rich countries, but also in emerging regions that are eager for sustainable and affordable alternatives to traditional transportation. At the same time, this entire structure will allow Tesla to operate more sustainably and efficiently. The company will invest heavily in creating localized supply chains, with raw materials extracted and recycled close to its own factories. This will reduce logistics costs, reduce environmental impact, and minimize dependence on major exporting powers. This will be the birth of a business model in which electric cars will no longer be just a product. They will become part of an intelligent production and consumption ecosystem.